Hi there. I thought today maybe we would go to our pantry and go to our freezer, see what's already there, and decide what we can make from it for a good meal tonight for those that you are cooking for. Okay, so let's start with meat. If that's what you want as your main dish, you're probably going to have meat in your freezer. So you need to start your planning early in the day in order to take out whatever meat it is in time to thaw for your evening meal. So let's do that. Okay, my freezer's pretty full, so we have a choice. There's chicken, there's beef and pork, and there's fish. I have some ground beef here that I bought in bulk and then put into 1 pound packages. So let me take 2 of these 1 pound packages out. I'm going to set them out in my kitchen to thaw for the day, and then a little later this afternoon I'll put together the meal. Yeah, I know, kind of overkill here in my pantry. I really do like having it fully stocked. My kids, when they come to visit, like to go grocery shopping in here. I give them a bag and they just take home the excess and use it for themselves. But let's see, what do we have that would make a good ground beef meal? Okay, cream of mushroom soup. Always keep cream of mushroom soup on hand because that goes into all kinds of recipes. I'm going to take a couple cans of this cream of mushroom soup. You know what? I think tonight I will make Salisbury steak, at least my version of Salisbury steak. It requires ground beef, cream of mushroom soup. Let's find mushrooms. Mushrooms are good over the top of it. It's going to be cooked in a skillet. It's quite easy to make. I think you'll appreciate that too. Okay, we've got our ground beef thawed, and what I'm going to prep first is the potatoes. So give them a good scrub. Just use a good scrubby sponge. You don't have to peel them, especially if they're nice and clean potatoes. That's what fingernails are for. You take out any little starters there, or use a little knife if you want to do it the right way. Okay, so they're ready to go. And let them drain. And while I'm doing that, we'll get busy on the meat patty. Okay, it is time to make dinner. I have my thawed 2 pounds of ground beef. I also added some fresh chopped garlic, about a tablespoon. I also added 1 packet of Lipton onion soup mix. That's for the seasoning. If you don't have that, don't worry about it. Add salt and pepper while you're cooking it, okay? So let's go ahead, and then the other thing that I have set up is, you know, I washed the potatoes already, scrubbed them. I have my hot water getting ready to boil. I'm going to add a teaspoon of salt to it. Get that boiling, and by the time I get my patty on and get it going with the cooking, that'll be about the right time to cut up the potatoes and put them in for mashed potatoes. When I was mixing it, I just used my hands. Took my wedding ring off and blended all those things in, the soup mix and the garlic. It's kind of the best way to do it. It gets it mixed in better. Now you're going to have to use your hands again to get this into the pan. Make it as large as the pan is. Spread it out there. I have my burner at medium heat. We're going to let that get started. Now we're going to get ready and prep the potatoes for mashed potatoes. going to do about this size chopped up. Okay, we have the potatoes here. I did tell you I scrubbed them really good, and I don't necessarily peel them. I like the little zing of a peel in mashed potatoes, and you're getting more nutrients that way. You haven't shaved them off by, you know, shaving away the peeling. This size, if you did just great big chunks, it would take longer to cook in the pan. So this is a good size. I'm going to put all 4 of these in here and get it boiling. You don't need to cover it. And this will be cooking once it starts boiling. I would say it's going to cook for about 10 minutes for your mashed potatoes. For the first side of browning is going to take about 10 minutes at medium heat. My meat patty has been going for 10 minutes. I'm going to turn my heat down now to simmer. And to make it easier, that's a big meat patty to turn. So I'm going to cut this meat patty into 4s. I want to remind you at this point, reiterate that if you did not have onion soup mix and mix that in there already, and you need some seasoning, just season it with salt and pepper or garlic, salt and pepper while you're cooking. But I have enough seasoning in here already. So let's do this into quarters. That's easier to turn. It also will come in handy later. And you'll find out why. Start like that. There we go. Okay, I got it all turned, and it's gonna shrink up a little bit more, which will be good because we want now some space in between these quarter pieces. And then we also want space around the edges because we are going to, let's do our mushrooms first. We want this sauce, the cream of mushroom soup that turns into a gravy, we want it to get down into all those crevices. Get all around the meat while it cooks. All right, so it is going to just simmer 10, and check it, 10 minutes, could be 15 minutes altogether. Potatoes have been boiling for 10 minutes. I'm using a fork and I go into the potatoes, and if they go in really easy, nice and smooth, it means they're finished. They're ready to be mashed. I also stirred this during that 10 minutes a couple times. Now look, I got some on me because I took my apron off. I shouldn't already done that. It's ready to do its job for the next 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, my potatoes are finished, but I'm not going to take them out of the water yet. I'm going to let that rest, and once this meat patty is finished, the sauce is all ready to go, I'm going to mash the potatoes. I like to do that at the end. What I could be doing right now for the next 10, 15 minutes is preparing, what else do I want with my meal? I have ingredients for a green salad. That's good raw vegetables for you to have with your meal. It's good and healthy. I also found some cantaloupe and honeydew. So I'm gonna just put a few pieces of that on everyone's plate, and that's gonna be our complete meal. Salisbury steak with gravy, mashed potatoes, green salad, and a bit of melon. I'm gonna put my temperature on low, my flame on low. I'm going to come onto this meat patty a couple of times during that 20 to 30 minutes of cooking. And you see, this is where I said it helps being quartered like this. Now I'm gonna push this good gravy down into the slits, into the separations here and the sides. And I'm also bringing up from the ground beef, there was the fat. And so that's mixing in. And I'm gonna, like I said, I will do this a couple times during that 20 to 30 minutes of cooking, okay? The other thing I wanted to have go with the Salisbury steak, mashed potatoes and gravy, is green salad. I had some already mixed up. The green salad it's the blend that you buy. I think it's called 50-50 blend, meaning it has probably spinach and arugula and whatever that is. And then I add some shredded carrots and I cut up some cucumber. So that's my green salad. I looked around a little more in my refrigerator and I had some melon. So we're going to add that, not to the salad. We're going to add that to the menu for tonight. Now we get to put all of this on our plates and eat it. Okay, it is done. There you go. Salisbury steak with gravy, mashed potatoes, green salad, melon. Let's try the mashed potatoes first. And how about the Salisbury steak? Oh, I love it. What do you think, dear?
Yeah, I'll give it a try. I'm really hungry. Filming is hard work. It's really good. You should try it.
All right, thanks for joining me today. I enjoyed teaching you how to make Salisbury steak, Melinda style.